for being here this morning as I read Torah portion Mitzvah and the half-Torah portion coming from the prophet Hosea. These readings both come from the book of Numbers.
Remember, we switched that.
The book of Numbers and the half-Torah portion is from the book of Hosea. The Midbar means in the desert or in the wilderness. It is about the 12 tribes making their journey through the desert. But more specifically, it is about the objects in the tabernacle and how to organize these objects. Many of you are probably wondering what a tabernacle is. The portion doesn't really talk about what a tabernacle is. It is mentioned in a different portion. God commanded Moses to build some place to keep the sacred Torah scroll and the 10 Commandments, which is similar to a modern-day synagogue. The reason God told Moses to build a tabernacle was so that the Israelites would be reminded that God would always be there with them throughout all their journeys. But like I said, this is mentioned in a different Torah portion. The portion today mentions the objects contained in the tabernacle. Aaron was the high priest, so he was one of the very few people who could actually see these objects. The only other people who could see these objects were the Levites, who had to organize these objects and carry them through the desert as they were leaving camp for a journey. They would organize these objects by having different colored cloths made of goatskin on each object. The color represented how holy the object was, the ark being the holiest, and it was in blue cloth. The Torah portion was written by the prophet Hosea. Hosea compares the relationship between God and Israel as husband and wife, and the Israelites as their children. As Hosea says, Israel and her children have gone off to different gods and started worshiping idols. God says Israel will now have the basic needs and privileges taken away, and that God is no longer Israel's spouse. But at the end, God says he will spouse Israel again, despite all the mistakes she has made. The relationship between God and the people is like a family. No matter how many mistakes you have made, your family will always love you. As I have already mentioned, Midbar means in the desert. The Israelites are going on a journey through the desert from the land of Egypt. The journey is not only mentioned in this Torah portion, but also in many other Torah portions as well. This particular journey is the journey that the Israelites went on, where they received the Torah. We all take journeys in our own lives, not like traveling through the desert, but something that makes up who we are, such as a bat mitzvah. My dad was raised Jewish and became a bar mitzvah. I was exposed to both Christianity and Judaism, but I was more comfortable when I went to Sabbath dinners or celebrated Hanukkah with my family. So I made the decision to come here to go to synagogue in 4th grade, and I'm glad that I did. I knew nothing about reading Hebrew when I first came here, but with a lot of help, I managed to get to where I am today. When I first started the bat mitzvah process, I didn't really fully understand what an honor it is to have a bat mitzvah and how much responsibility is involved. But when I started thinking more about having a bat mitzvah, I realized that it's really a big honor, and it shows that you have enough responsibility to study Torah and pass down Judaism throughout the generations. Many people before me did the exact same thing that I am doing today, and many people after me will do the exact same thing, which is having a bar bat mitzvah. Become a bar bat mitzvah means having a huge party afterwards. No, not really. It actually means carrying on... What?
No, it's fine.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Don't listen to your dad.
No, not really. It actually means carrying on... No, not really.
That's good. There you go.
It actually means carrying on ancient traditions and more responsibility, which is very exciting. I would like to thank my family for helping me prepare for my bat mitzvah. I love all of you. I'd also like to thank Rabbi Bigman and Cantor Schiffer for helping me with rehearsals and making this day possible. I would also like to thank Mrs. Panish and all my Hebrew school teachers for helping me read and write in Hebrew. Last, but definitely not least, I would like to thank my tutor, Nancy Pollack, for tutoring me and helping me learn my Torah, half-Torah, and blessings, and making it fun all at the same time. Without any of these people, I would not have been able to do anything close to what I did today. Thank you, God, for being with us throughout all our journeys and helping us make decisions throughout these journeys.
And that's going to be your cue to come up. Okay, but you don't come here first. You'll just come up. Lisa, you know, close. Make sure you guys are bringing do it on either side of her? Make sure that you...
B'tochenu, Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Baruch Adonai HaMorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher b'chabonu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
I'm going to finish the rehearsal in a second, but I want to remind you that you need to slow down. Okay?
Okay.
All right. It's all good. Good content. You'll meet Cantor Shipper at her podium.
So do we have any of the songs that you
Hello.
to the two of us? And I'll say a few words, and then when we're done, give you a big hug. And then you can walk over that way.
Okay? All right. And then Cantor Shipper, I do the next part of the service, and at the end, you're going to come up here at the very end. Okay, where I'll stand around here. I'm going to have the challah and the wine and the juice. We're all going to do the blessings together. You'll have a little juice to drink, a little challah to eat. I'm going to wish everyone Shabbat Shalom, and then we'll all go into the social hall for lunch.
Wait, am I drinking real wine?
I think we decided we're going to put juice in all of the cups from now on, but you could have real wine if you want. Okay.